Hey everybody, how's it going? Got something really special today. It is going to be a lot of world building and headcanon. So let's get started. We are doing another Rahi today. It is going to be the Po-Matoran Mahi. Now, on their face, the Mahi may not seem particularly significant. I mean, they only really show up in one little obnoxious side quest of the Matanui Online game. But when you actually delve down into it, I think that they tell you an awful lot about the Matoran. For instance, the Mahi reveal that the Matoran practice animal husbandry, which I think gives you an interesting insight into how their society must function. Now, in our own world, we use animals for transportation, we use them for clothing, we use them for food, and I bring that up because I've had a lot of people ask me why I decided to put mouths on the Matoran instead of the illuminated grids that you see in the Miramax movies, and the reason for that is because I'm putting such an emphasis on showing the biological components of their body. And if they are biological, that means they have to have some way of taking in sustenance, which brings us to a very uncomfortable topic of how do bionicles eat. Now, I assumed, like a normal person, that they would eat through their mouths. But one of our wonderful patrons then informed me that no, sweet summer child, they actually absorb food through membranes on their hands. Like a starfish. And just to add insult to injury, they actually are physically capable of eating through their mouths. They just choose not to because they find it personally repulsive. Bionicle lore is a hell of a thing. So we know that they're partially biological, which means that they need to eat, it means that they need protection from the elements, and the fact that Bionicle has already given us a way through which they can achieve this, I think tells us quite a bit. So I ended up designing these guys that look kind of like a cross between a bison and a tick. And I really felt that the best way to approach this topic was in the form of a documentary. So we reached out to one of our patrons, Andy aka Monarch, who gave us a delightful narration read that I think you're all really going to enjoy, which leads to an interesting side note. We have a Patreon, so if you would like to be a part of the community that we're building, we would love to have you there. Now, without further ado, the Mahi Documentary.
Beneath the relentless sun of Po-Wahi, where scorched sands and barren earth render life nearly impossible, one of the most resilient creatures to ever walk the surface of Matanui resides. The Mahi. These majestic beasts have migrated across the northern deserts since the dawn of the island's existence. But they don't roam the sands alone, for under the watchful eyes of Matoran shepherds, these creatures have created a symbiosis that has bred success for a millennia. The Mahi are socially intelligent creatures. Uncommonly large resonating chambers located atop their snouts lend to a wide range of vocalizations. Greetings, warnings, and challenges are constantly aired. There are no secrets amongst the herd. Wherever life can take root in the desert, the Mahi thrive. Though lacking a functional jaw, the beasts can use their remarkable tongues to seek out and strip even the driest bark. They devour what little flora the wasteland provides, digesting it with a complex set of serrated gears housed in the abdomen. In lean seasons, a Mahi can live for months on nothing more than sun-cured wood and mineral dust, an endurance few creatures can match. And as sure as the dawn, high on the ridge above every herd, stand their watchful shepherds, the faithful guardians who watch by day and by starlight, fending off prowling Rahi, guiding their charges to what little green can be found. A Po-Matoran shepherd can remain in the wilderness for weeks at a time, watching over his flock. Long days under the unforgiving sun require thick garments to shield their bodies from the heat. Without this, their flesh would chip and crack in a condition colloquially known as stone rot. Ingeniously, the Matoran looked to their Mahi as a model for combating the elements. Mimicking the beast's thick hides and fibrous manes to shield the flesh within. This is just one example of the mutual bond of survival they share. The Mahi produce a dense, water-resistant fleece of synthetic fiber, spun by the Matoran into threads of silk capable of being woven into garments, shelters, and water skins. Most crucially, the Mahi provide the life-giving sustenance necessary to maintain Po-Matoran society in the wasteland. The beast's flesh grows at an accelerated rate, outpacing their bodies, drooping between stone armor and metal plates. Through an age-old practice known as hide culling, the Po-Matoran pinch a nerve located at the base of the Mahi's neck, allowing them to trim away the excess skin without causing harm nor pain. The harvested flesh is dried, ground into a nutrient-rich paste, and blended with desert herbs, a humble yet vital source of sustenance for the local villagers. These practices have resulted in a symbiosis that has proven sustainable. The Matoran can thrive off the Mahi without killing members of their herd, for the beasts do not reproduce, and although new Mahi are occasionally found, it remains a mystery from where they originate. In return for their service, the Po-Matoran tend to their herds with the patience expected of stone carvers. To the untrained eye, the Mahi are beasts of burden, but to the people of stone, they are kin, living testaments to endurance, industry, and the quiet rhythm of survival beneath an unforgiving sun.